What is the situation of the woman after being married for a long time, keeps asking for a divorce at the drop of a hat or with small arguments? This is a subject that we need definitely to address. And it all, when the Iman is strong, when we are upon the strong faith and increasing our Iman, many of these issues and problems, all the problems in our life, inshallah ta'ala, will go away in a sense that we'll know how to deal with it, with matters of knowledge. And I'm not saying this is what that specific situation is, but many of what's between the husband and the wife, issues and problems, is based on greed, and where is my this and my that and things like this. And many, they do not observe that this is a relationship that is honored by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there's ayat of the Quran, a hadith of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam that governs this and commands and rights to be observed. And whoever think that they will be in the relationship of marriage and there's no anger or moments of faults or mistakes and people would make mistakes, then don't get married. It's easier for you. When people are married, even the Prophet ﷺ, there always has to be mistakes and sins and arguments and things that you don't like. But that's how life is. And that's why part of the rights, one of the rights upon one another, that they overlook the faults of one another, especially if there is repentance and turning, this is even if it's a sin. So someone said the worst word to his wife, a moment of anger, right? And then he repented to Allah. Overlook. Not every time that it happens, you have to remember, oh, that means he said what's in his heart. No, he did not say what's in his heart. The shaitan made them say, when you're in a verbal argument, what do you want to do? You want to abuse that other person to the best of your ability, right? To hurt, because words sometimes hurt even more than the physical matter of it. But then the people that wants verbal abuse one time, verbal abuse. I'm not saying to approve verbal abuse, but if someone said something bad to you, someone, said the worst words to you, overlook. It's only words, right? And then if a person shows regret and a person with iman, with faith, to overlook, it's a detailed subject so that nobody would think of that it's okay to live in such a situation. It's different than someone is constantly is doing these types of things. But the question here, again, I go by the question. So if one word here, one action there, forgetting all of this long life that they lived together. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even said when it's time for divorce, وَلَا تَنْسَوُا الْفَضْلَ بَيْنَكُمْ. Do not forget the fadl and the goodness that were between you, one another. And if it's marriage, it should be for the deen. And if there is a divorce, it should be also for the sake of Allah to establish the deen. Not for necessarily our personal greed, especially if there are children. And part of life is to be patient. And as long as the deen is established, we do the best we can. But individual situations, again, this is all general. But people need to refer to the people of knowledge and to see what their concern is, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from them. And I always say this, that some people, they are tested by losing a leg, losing a hand, sickness, loss of wealth. And some people are tested by a husband or by a wife. So it's not every test that we have, we just get rid of it and leave it. But first, see what the means to fix it for the sake of Allah. And if there's means to fix, mashallah, it's good. And at the end, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala permitted matters of divorce, but to be done with goodness if it leads to this.